Okay, so good evening, everyone. So I think I need to start again. And so, as I said earlier, you didn't hear me. I said this program, this webinar is important because most of us actually have a passion for developing ourselves, and we need to know how to use social media effectively. Most of us use social media every day, and we have not found a way to actually find a correlation between social media and career advancement. So let's move on so that we don't spend much time. So the first thing is, what is career advancement? So career is a process of pursuing long-term goals, often in a particular profession or industry, and it typically reflects a person's passion, skills, and aspirations. So in this definition, now what are the key skills? What are the key points? So look at passion, look at skills, look at interest, look at values, and look at the current job market. So, when you're choosing a career, you need to know that your career is something that is going to be on long term. For example, something that you want to be in the next 20 years, the next 30 years, the next 40 years. Start thinking about it now. That's career choice and career advancement. So it has to be in a particular professional industry, definitely. I believe most of us here, we are studying a particular course in the university, or we are planning to go and study a particular course in the university. So it has to be in a particular professional industry. And it's not everybody that is studying a particular course that is finally going to actually have a career in that particular line. But it's just important for you to start thinking about where you want to be in the near future, in 20 years, in 10 years, in 30 years, so that you start working towards it now. And it typically reflects a person's passion, skills, and aspirations. So the key points, as I said, look at passion. Passion is something that you enjoy doing naturally, something that comes to you naturally. So your career choice, your career line has to reflect something that you enjoy doing, so that you don't get tired out of it and you don't crash out of your career. So also you have to understand the skills that are required in that particular field. You can't be a medical doctor without going to a medical school. You can't be a web developer without learning the basic tools that are using web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and so on. So you need to know the skills that are required. And so you need to know your interest. What interest do you have in this line? Do I really love this line? What problem do I think I want to solve in this line? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself before you choose a career. We'll still get to it. So you also need to know your values. You need to know your values. People that do fraud, for example, they have a career also, but is an immoral line, and is not ethical. So it's just important that you understand your values as an individual while choosing a career. So you need to analyze the current job market. So what does the job market say? Imagine somebody learning in this century how to be a good typewriter user, how to use typewriter very well, or somebody still learning shorthand. Do you understand? It's something that it was important in those days, but it's no longer important in this century. So you need to know what the current job market requires and how you can start working towards things in the current job market. Also on career advancement. So after you have idea of what a career is, how you can build a career, how do you now start building? How do you even choose a career in the first place? So the first thing is to reflect on what you enjoy doing. So what do you think you naturally, without stressing, you enjoy doing that particular thing? You need to reflect on what you enjoy doing naturally. Second thing is, you need to identify your strengths. For example, what are the things that I can do for a long time without getting tired easily? For example, I know personally that I can work for 5 hours on my laptop, take online courses, read books, and I don't get tired. 5 hours at a stretch, 6 hours at a stretch, I know I can do it. That's my own strength. I also have my weaknesses. So you need to identify your strengths, know what you enjoy doing naturally before moving forward. Third thing is to explore industries that align with your preferences. So I need to know that I'm most likely going to be in the academic field. So I know that I am someone that is strictly academic. I take things along the academic line a lot. So I might be more suitable for the academic field. Your own might be a totally different thing. But you need to know your strengths and you need to know what you enjoy doing. Then you need to start researching the potential careers in your particular field or a particular choice of interest. So you need to know that as I was giving an example of myself, I said, I know I can study for longer hours. I can write out things. I can assist people by writing books, doing different things. I know I'm more suitable to academic field. but your own might be even be to entertainment industry. Your own can be to the crypto field. Your own can be to web development, software engineering, a lot of creative industry. There are different things that you can do. Then for 15 is to assess growth opportunities. So in this field now, what are the opportunities that are available for me to grow? What are the opportunities that are available for me to develop in the career choice that I've chosen? What are the opportunities that are available? You need to understand the opportunities that are available for you in that particular field. Then the 16th, which is what you're actually dwelling on in this particular session, get professionals in that particular field as your mentors. Is very important because you need to know what people have been doing before. You need to know what you need to start doing now to develop appropriately in that particular field. Is very important. So you need to get mentors in that particular field so that it is very easy for you to navigate. Make a well-informed decision that aligns with both your personal and professional goals. So what is the concept of networking? As I said earlier, this is what I'm actually dwelling on in this particular meeting. So what's the concept of networking? Networking refers to the practice of building and maintaining relationships with people within and outside your industry or profession. That's basically what networking is. You need to know how to build relationships, professional or informal relationships between people that are in your industry, and they might not even be your industry. So it is very important because these are the places where you get opportunities from. These are the places where you get information from. These are the places where you get to develop and where you get to grow. So it's very important that you network. It can never be overemphasized. Networking helps to create connections with individuals who can offer support, advice, and opportunities for personal or professional development. So it's very important that you network. We'll get more on how to do that as we go on. So how do you network? What are the channels for networking? You can network through in-person events. You can attend conferences, seminars that you can when you go, imagine, let me give you an example. I do data analysis and I do a lot of data analysis. I work with a lot of tools on data analysis. So me attending a data analyst conference or seminar right here in Ibadan now means that I will meet with fellow data analysts in my field and I can exchange contacts with them, share ideas with them. We can walk around, I can develop, they also develop. So that is in-person event. It can also be on online platforms. Social media has even made life very easy. LinkedIn is there, X is there. We'll get to that as we move on. So you can network on online platforms. Also on professional organizations. I'm on quite some professional organizations on data analysis. I'm on University of Ibadan Data Analytics Club. I'm on data science professionals in Ibadan, and quite some other professional organizations in data science. Also in some other fields that have interest. So you need to know how to network, how to meet people in your field, how to develop, even people that are not in your field that you think they can be of benefits. You can have mutual benefits to give yourself. Network with them and meet with them. So what is the role of social media in this? As I said, what you are dwelling on is networking, social media for career advancement, emphasizing on LinkedIn and X. So what is really the role of social media in networking? So social media is very integral for adequate career growth, especially in this particular age that we are in. 20 years, 30 years ago, they might not really care what social media. But now, social media is very integral if you want to grow because information is available, opportunities are available. But the only disadvantage is that the social media space is now so much crowded with both information you need and information you don't need. So it requires adequate planning and strategy to ensure that you follow the right people, you follow the right information, you network with the right people such that the information you get from social media are those that you need. They're not those that you don't even need for your growth and development, and they keep wasting your time. So social media is very integral for adequate career growth in this data age. Examples of these advantages include professional visibility. So social media allows you to showcase your skills, your achievements, your professional interests. So it gives you visibility. Imagine 20 years, 30 years ago, if you don't start writing your CV to about 20, 30 companies, nobody knows what you can offer. Nobody knows what you can do. But now, just by having a standard LinkedIn profile, having a standard Twitter page, having a good Instagram page that is professional, a good Facebook page that is professional, you can get opportunities. I cannot count the number of opportunities I've gotten from just by developing my social media page to the kind of professional interest that I want to be. Also, networking opportunities. You can join industry-specific groups. You can join Twitter Spaces. You can join LinkedIn groups. You can join Facebook groups that align with your industry. So you can also build professional connections without geographical constraints. I have a lot of connections in different universities abroad. I have people in Oxford, I have people in Harvard, I have people in Stanford that just through social media I've connected with them, and we collaborate on different things and we interact. So this is what social media gives you, a leverage that has no geographical constraints. Imagine 20, 30 years ago or 40 years ago. Let's even say 10, 15 years ago. Before you can meet somebody in UK, you have to maybe you met the person physically in Nigeria, or you went to UK yourself. But now you can easily do that just with a click of a button and a text message. Information sharing. When you're on social media, you have the opportunity to see industry trends. For example, when data analysis started, it's just Excel, mostly Excel. But now, there's Python now. There's even Julia, latest, apart from Python now. So if you don't use social media very well, you can't have information of trends in your industry. You can't have more information. Job opportunities, very important. I've gotten a lot of what's it called now? Job. People have offered me jobs on social media numerous number of times. So it's just by seeing your profile, visibility, they give you offers. Knowledge enhancement. I learn a lot of things every day on social, every day. Even today, I've learned something on social media. But if you are not following the right set of people, if your social media channel is not appropriately developed, you have too much unnecessary information. Also, job searches. Employers recruit social media, very important. Most of them, they'll search for the job description they are looking for, and they'll be seeing people's profile, especially on LinkedIn, and they'll click on it. They'll see the one that they think has the best skill to do their job, and they can send a message to you, and from there they can even recruit him. Professional development. Follow opinion leaders, top voices, top organizations for insights, tips, and resources. Very important on social media. When you follow the right people on social media, you easily develop in your professional field. Showcasing projects also. You can share your works, projects, portfolio to demonstrate your skills and capabilities. At least if you check my LinkedIn profile, for example, I have a lot of things that showcase my skills, my abilities, and my projects there. After we finish the session, I'm going to show you guys my LinkedIn profile and my Twitter page so that you get an idea of what I'm talking about. So you need to showcase your project, showcase what you have achieved as an individual, showcase your work so that when people see it, they can easily give you opportunities. Also, networking events. This is very important. Networking events. Participate in virtual events, webinars, spaces to connect and have meaningful conversations. It's very important. You learn from these particular things. So let's start with LinkedIn. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile yet, immediately after this call, download LinkedIn app, maybe from Play Store or Apple Store as appropriate, or you can even use the web version. Sign up and create an account. You can download the app from maybe Apple Store or you can even use the web version. So what next after I download the app? So you need to create a professional profile. Very important. This is what distinguishes you as an individual. You need to have a high quality profile picture. Don't use a picture that you snapped where maybe when you are eating or in a place that is not a picture that when everybody sees it, they don't appreciate you. It's not a good picture for your social media profile. Picture that just headshot that is professional enough, whether you're wearing a suit or a shirt, could even be native for professional picture for social media profile. You have a compelling headline that describes what you do perfectly. You need to have a comprehensive summary, showcase your skills and experiences and career goals. I'm going to show you these things when I open my profile so that you guys understand it. But this is I'm going to also share this video after the call so that you can always go back to this video and work on your profile later. You need to also build a network, connect with colleagues, classmates, mentors, and professionals in your industry. So this is very important. You need to don't just connect with just anybody, because when you connect with anybody on social media, you have unnecessary information. You have things that you don't need, and it's not going to help you at all. It's not going to help you. So you need to connect with people that are related to your field, related to what you want to do, so that when these guys share information, unnecessary information don't cover them and you don't miss out on opportunities. So it's very important to build the right connection. When you want to connect to somebody on LinkedIn especially, you can decide to personalize connection request. It could even be on Twitter. When you send a connection request to somebody, message the person privately also. Sir, hi, my name is this. This is what I try to do. This is what I'm planning to do. This is what I'm planning to connect with you. And they will accept it. And if not, you move to another person. Optimize your profile regularly. This is very important. Personally, I started building my LinkedIn profile since I was in, that was like 2020 or 2021. That's when I started building my LinkedIn profile on my Twitter page. So since then, I make sure that at least every month I update my profile with every single thing that I've achieved in that particular month, so that it's always up to date. And when people see it, people have a fresh knowledge of what I can do. And when there's opportunities, they can easily refer me to them. Add your skills, add endorsements, relevant certifications, add them to your LinkedIn profile. Emphasize on your achievement and responsibilities. Don't just say I was the all chairman of so place. I was the president of so place. Emphasize what you achieved in that particular post. It's very important. Nobody cares on the thousands of posts that you have. Or the point is, what did you achieve in this particular position? Also, engage with content. Share comments on relevant posts to demonstrate your knowledge and interest. When people know your knowledge and interest, they will connect with you and you get opportunities. And engage other people's content. Don't just say, don't start forming celebrity lifestyle on social media. Engage with others that are in your field so that people can easily see you. If you don't engage with anybody, nobody will know that you are there. Engage people's content. The algorithm automatically gives you access to others. Join and participate in groups. Join LinkedIn groups related to your field to stay updated. It is very important. You understand trends, you're updated on trends. Join discussions, ask questions, share insights. Those things are very important. Share recommendations from colleagues or supervisors to strengthen your credibility. So you need to seek for recommendations. On my LinkedIn profile, actually, I just have one recommendation presently. That was the person that was the speaker when I was the clerk. So I was able to say some things about what I achieved when I worked under him, how we worked together. It's very important. People need to know that you are not forming things up on social media. When they see your recommendations by people that you have worked with, you know that this guy really knows what he's doing. At the same time, recommend others also. Genuine recommendations, truthfully. Don't lie, because people will always verify. Imagine you are saying you can do this and you can do this and you can do that, and in the near future somebody employs you and you cannot do it. It's a big disgrace and it's a damage on your reputation. So you need to be truthful on these social media pages. Be truthful and clearly and descriptively express what you do. Utilize the open to work feature. Once you know that you have enough skills to work in a particular field, there's a way to activate open to work feature on your LinkedIn page. So when people see it and they check your profile, they can easily share opportunities with you, share job with you. And when you're doing that particular open to work feature, you can share your job reference and preferences. So when people know the kind of job you are trying to do or the kind of services that you can offer. So you don't just say I'm open to work. What can you do? You need to tell them what you can do and the kind of skills that you can offer. So the meeting will end in about 10 minutes, but you can only join back with the same link. So let's move on. So utilize follow companies of interest on social media. Follow companies and organizations that are interested in. Follow those companies. When these companies, their social media handlers, they'll see your account very well. Engage with them. Follow. These are the things that make you visible. So imagine you are trying to work in WHO in the next 10 years or 15 years. Start engaging with WHO now. You still see others that also want to work with WHO, also engaging WHO. So from there, you can connect with those people also. When you connect with them, you guys will grow together. You guys develop together, and you start to see opportunities from those guys also. Not even directly from WHO. So these things are very important. You need to be very strategic when it comes to social media building. You have to be very strategic. Showcase your projects and media. So there's a place on LinkedIn is a featured session. You need to showcase your projects, your articles, or media that highlights your accomplishments. Also provide context to these things. So you need to explain how these things are. For example, I am the executive director of an NGO, Ecosys Club. We had an outreach on Friday. So once the social media account for Ecosys post that particular outreach, I can decide to share that on my profile and add it as a featured. So when people know it, people understand how this particular outreach relates to what I do and how I participate in the outreach. These are things that are very important. People need to understand what you are doing. So you can always show those things in your media. And when somebody is checking through my profile, the person sees Ecosys, the person can decide to open Ecosys page, see what you are doing there. And the person can even sponsor the particular organization. And the person can even sponsor you as an individual. These are things that are very important. Social media, you need strategy and you need to be smart. So stay active and consistent. Regularly update your profile with new achievements, skills, and experiences. You need to post regularly. Don't just post today and then next time you post is 20 years or 10 years. I'm just exaggerating. But not that you post once in a week. Those things are not things that help you to stay visible. Even if it's 3 times, 4 times every week, be consistent with it. So people start seeing your content and your name rings in their head when they see opportunities. So we are meant to move to X now, but I want to try to show you some things on my LinkedIn page before we move to that, so that you have the practical understanding of what I'm saying. Doesn't look just abstract. So I hope someone can see my LinkedIn page now. Can somebody confirm?
Yes, we can see it.
So, okay. So now this is my LinkedIn picture. Can you see that it's a professional picture? When you see it, you know that it's not. I didn't snap a picture where when I was sleeping, when I was eating, or at the back of something that is distracting. It's plain and simple. It shows my face. That's how to do professional pictures. See, my name is simply stated here. What I do is, see the profile, the bio, it states what I do explicitly. This is how to use a LinkedIn page. So this particular thing that you see here, my relevant social link tree. This is a link to my Twitter page, my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my YouTube page. Even this LinkedIn is on that particular link tree. So when somebody clicks on it, it can access all my social media platforms. So these are things that are very important. So as you can see, I have the open to work profile, providing services, research skills. So this is what I do. Moving on, this is the featured session. As you can see, this was a course I took. This is Meron Fellowship and a lot of others that are there like that. Those are the things that are featured on my session. These are my posts. Can you see? I still posted one day ago on this webinar. So I share updates regularly. This was 4 days ago. This was 4 days ago. It's very important. This is my about session. So I explained here what I do. It's very important to explain what you do. People need to understand context about who you are and what you do. So this is my experience session. These are the skills I have. These are the things I can offer. I'm just trying to show you an overview so that you guys understand the practical reality of what it is. This is my education section. This is my university courses that these are specialization courses I've taken. You don't add all courses to education. These are just important courses. They are certifications. That's why I added them to the education section. Also, these are my licenses and certifications. The certifications I have, about 46 of them. So these are the projects that I've done. These are the projects that I've done, about 11 projects as regards data analysis and even public health. So these are the places that I've volunteered in. These things are very important. You need to add them to your profile. So this is just like a mini CV. For example, just like 3 weeks ago when I was trying to do my CV again, I had to come to my LinkedIn profile to get information, because this thing serves as a repository of everything I have done in your life. You can't store these things in your head. And things that I did before I started running my LinkedIn page, I never remember them again. But things I've started doing after, I can easily come to my LinkedIn page and start to get information and try to add them to my things. And this was the recommendation I'm talking about. So this was somebody that recommended me, Manuel Tumala. He was the speaker of the Legislative Council when I was the clerk. And he spoke about what I ought to do together and the kind of individual that he thinks I am. And this is my publication for the book I published on self-development, understanding potential and purpose. These are the languages I speak. These are the organizations that I follow. These are some other things. So I just try to show you guys a formal understanding of what I'm trying to say. So you can always check my LinkedIn profile anytime to get more information on your own, or when you're trying to build your own LinkedIn profile also. So let's continue. The meeting will soon end in about 3 minutes, but I want us to join again with the same link. So, sorry. So with X, formerly Twitter, most of us still call it Twitter, but it's just important that we give it the right name. So X is a little bit different from LinkedIn. Of course, if you understand how Twitter works, Twitter is quite different because Twitter is a little bit informal. It's not even a little bit. Twitter is very informal. It's more of an interactive app than a professional app like LinkedIn. But the advantage of Twitter is that you can actually reach more people easily. A random Twitter post, if you blow up, for example, you can reach about 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people easily on Twitter compared to LinkedIn. You understand? So when you have that kind of social media platform, you cannot afford to blow up for the wrong reason. It's very important. And you cannot afford to start dishing out content that are irrelevant. When you start looking for jobs, when you start applying for big jobs, they will check your social media applications. And you cannot afford to actually have unnecessary information, things that present you in a bad light on your social media platforms. So sign up if you don't have an account. It's also very important. So what are the things you do on Twitter? You need to optimize your profile also. Use a professional. If you are building your Twitter for a professional reason, you need to do all these things. Except you are just doing your profile for cruise, which is nothing that relates to your growth. Cruise is just cruise, and in this age, cruise does not really matter. You need to start developing yourself. You need to identify your uniqueness. You need to be different. So optimize your profile. Have a professional profile picture, a clear and concise bio that highlights your expertise. I'm also going to show us my Twitter page, but let me just explain the details first. Include a link to your LinkedIn profile or personal website. As I said, I cannot afford a personal website yet. So what I did was just create a link tree that has a link to all my social media platforms, and I added it to my Twitter, my LinkedIn page. So when somebody needs more information about me, he clicks on that particular link and he accesses my other social media platforms to get more information. Follow relevant accounts. This is very important. On Twitter, you can see somebody that are not following his post. So it means if I'm not following you, I can see your post. If somebody that I'm following retweets or likes your post, which is why you need to follow people that are relevant, because people just retweet anything or like anything to your TL, which is not important for you because you start having irrelevant information on your profile. So follow the right people, follow industry leaders, follow right companies, follow professionals in your field to stay updated on trends and opportunities in your field. These things are very important. Engage in conversations. Respond to people's tweets. You can reply to professional tweets. Try to give your opinion. Share your knowledge, share insights, and ask questions. People will answer you. And when you're trying to post, use relevant hashtags.